Many of us find it easy to celebrate the success of others. But when it comes to celebrating and validating our own wins, we face tremendous difficulties and we tend to downplay ourselves. Would this be true for you too? Do you face the difficulty of validating your own wins, accomplishments, and strengths? Do you find it very hard to validate your own worth? Now, I used to struggle with this for a long time. My tendency at one stage was to pick faults and the imperfections that I'm seeing in myself. I didn't feel like I was anything special or extraordinary. And it was just so hard to acknowledge my own accomplishments. Fortunately, I've been able to work through a lot of these challenges. And so I'd like to invite you to tap along with me if you're facing the same challenges and issues too. Like, do you have difficulty with celebrating who you are, your wins, accomplishments, and strengths? Do you tend to downplay yourself? So using a scale from 0 to 10, and 10 being absolutely true for you, like you're having tremendous difficulty with celebrating your wins, or that you tend to downplay yourself. What's the score like for you? Make a note of what the score is, right? With 10 being having tremendous difficulty, and set the score aside. As I'm talking about this, also start to observe the emotions that are coming up for you. What are you feeling? And where's this emotion in your body? And what are the sensations like? So tune into your body and make the observation of what's come up for you. Let's say what came up for you is that you're feeling small, unworthy, and maybe even feeling inferior. There's this heaviness in your body that's weighing you down. You can't seem to value who you are, and you can't validate your own worth. Now, as we begin to tap, feel free to replace the words that I'm using with the emotions, the feelings, the thoughts that have come up for you. And let's begin to tap. Even though I'm feeling small and unworthy, I can choose to accept myself anyway. Even though I tend to downplay myself and believe that there's nothing about me to celebrate on, I can choose to accept myself anyway. Even though I'm feeling inferior, there's nothing great about me, I'm not as accomplished as others, and I'm not able to appreciate my own value, I can choose to know that deep down, I am okay. Feeling small, there's nothing special about me. I'm just seeing all these faults and imperfections. Not as accomplished as others, not as successful. This heaviness that I'm feeling down about myself, this heaviness that's weighing me down in my body. Can't seem to see what my strengths are. Can't appreciate my own value. I'm just not worthy of celebrating myself. Others seem to do a much better job than me. I just can't do things as well. There could be something wrong with me. And I'm feeling small. Can't appreciate the value of my own contribution. Feeling sad and disappointed about myself. This heaviness that I'm having in the body, these disruptions that I'm feeling, I can choose to release these negative feelings, these thoughts that don't serve me, stories that I've created about myself. I release my attachment to these stories. Clearing these disruptions at root cause, at the cellular level. Clearing these disruptions from my energy system. I choose to acknowledge that I have the tendency to be hard on myself. And that's why it becomes difficult to celebrate who I am. I can choose to know that I'm okay despite the imperfections that I see. After all, no one is perfect. And I could have set high expectations for myself. I can choose to give myself more space and be gentler inwards. And to know that, like everyone else, I've got strengths. I can choose to approve myself and validate my worth. And I'm worthy of my own approval. I open my heart to myself. And to know that I'm worthy of feeling happier. And to choose to know that there's nothing wrong with me. I open my heart to more loving stories about myself. I can tell myself better feeling stories, stories that lift and encourage me. And I can choose to feel better, more confident, knowing that it is safe to celebrate who I am, and that I can celebrate myself in big and small ways. And it can be fun to celebrate who I am. And I set the intention to believe in myself. I may just surprise myself on how my life can change when I start to celebrate myself more. And it is safe to celebrate my wins in healthy ways. And I embrace myself no matter what. Breathe in and breathe out. Now check in once more as to how you're feeling right now. And make a note of what the score is in terms of the intensity for you. So hope you're already feeling better, lighter, more at ease, and ready to celebrate your wins, strengths, and accomplishments. Let me know how the tapping session went for you. I'll be glad to read what took place. If you have felt stuck, resistant, and your score has not been able to come down, feel free to reach out to me. I'll be glad to assist. Or if you've got any questions, I'll be glad to answer them. Take care for now. This is Evelyn. I'm an abundance coach for women solopreneurs. See you in the next video. Love and abundance always.